Hello, today we'll be speaking about Cambridge A-level music. So A-levels, a lot of the time people refer to them as grade 13s or something just a little bit pre-university type level. But all in all, what you have to know is that above your matric level or above your AS level when it comes to Cambridge International Education, A-level is the next step. So with A-level music, you have to have done your AS level music before entering or registering for this exam and A-level coursework. So whereas before, if you didn't do IUCSE levels in any subject, you could actually still go on and do it at AS level. But this is a bit different because whereas you could have done the work but not the exams for IGCSE and then gone on to do the work and exams for AS level, you literally have to do the work and the exam for AS level in order to go on to A level. So what we did for AS level music is we did a paper 1, which consisted of our listening paper, which is 2 hours long. That was 100 marks, and that counted 60% of AS level. Then the other thing that we did was component 2, and that was our practical music coursework, which we had to submit to Cambridge themselves, and this counted 40% of our AS level mark. Now, our AS level marks go into the pool for what will be calculated later on as our A level marks. So that's part of our coursework, and now we just have to top it up, sort of finish or supplement or subsidize a few extra things and to do some more work and submit more things to Cambridge to get a full A level music certification. So if we're just looking at what counted for AS, we're scaling it down for A level. So now our paper 1 for AS will count 30% of our A levels. Our component 2, which is the practical work, will now count 20% of the A levels. So there we have 50% of our A level done by just having gone through all the motions that we needed to do for AS level. So now the other 50% will be the other components that we need to submit. And here Cambridge gives us 2 options out of 3. So we need to do 2 components out of 3 possible components in order to comply with the requirements for A-level. So for A-level music, there are 4 components with which you need to comply, and these are your options. So the first 2, we have no say there. We've already completed it if we've done our AS level, and that is paper 1 and then component 2. Then when it comes to our strictly A-level work, we have 3 components, of which 2 is compulsory. So component 3, we have the option of doing an extended performance, and this will count 25% of our A-level mark. So there are 2 parts here. You have a performance, and then you also have a research report that you need to write. And now your performance is a full-on recital that needs to last between 15 and 20 minutes. Our next option is component 4, which is extended composition. If you choose this option, it will also count towards 25% of your A-level mark. Here, it's out of 100 marks, and there are 2 parts to the extended composition. Firstly, you need to have a 6 to 8 minute composition, and then you need to have a research report. Lastly, we have component 5, investigating music, and this is an extended research task. And if you choose this option, yet again, it will count 25% towards your A-level mark. Here, your coursework will count out of 100 marks, and there are 2 parts yet again to investigating music. There will be a 2,500 to 3,000 word essay, as well as a 500 word reflective statement on your essay and on your research process. So out of extended performance, extended composition, and investigating music, you need to do 2 of those, each of which will count 25%, making up half your A-level grade, and the other half comes from what you've made up in your AS level for music. Usually people go ahead and choose either one of the performance or composition options, and then they do investigating music, but feel free, you can mix and match here. You can do performance and composition, or you can do performance and investigating music, you can do composition and investigating music. So it really is all up to you. When it comes to the recordings that you need to submit to Cambridge, the extended performance will be marked externally by Cambridge. So no examiner will be based at your center to give you a mark. They might be there to guide you through the recording process and help you to edit the tracks and help you to put everything onto the CD, as well as give everything into your Cambridge officer at the school, but they will not be giving any marks. The same goes for extended composition. This will also be externally marked, as well as the investigating music, if you choose to do that component. So with extended performance, all candidates must perform music on a single instrument, just as in AS level, or voice, your own voice, that reflects a single focus from any tradition. So yeah, the focus may be a substantial piece, one substantial piece, or it can be two or more pieces related by a common theme, a common thread, any type of style or purpose, anything that you can even whip up to glue together. If you have a certain amount of pieces, or you have some recital pieces that you're doing for an external exam, maybe think through, what do they have in common? Do they have a style in common? Do they have a composer in common? What do they have that's in common? And you can sort of bring it together here. Your performance duration has to be between 15 and 20 minutes long, and a short break is permitted, especially for wind players. So you're allowed to have your water there on stage, you can drink it, but there mustn't be any editing in your videos. So on that note, it'll have to be video recordings submitted to Cambridge once again, as with AS levels. Video recordings will be made of your performance, and that'll be submitted to Cambridge for assessment. So a research report that explains your preparation as well as research for your performance must accompany the video recording for the final submission. Your extended composition, here candidates have to compose and perform a single composition, which may comprise of different parts or different movements lasting 6 to 8 minutes in total. So audio recordings will be made here and submitted to Cambridge for assessment. No need for video recordings. And then a research report needs to accompany your work. So this will explain, yet again, your presentation, your preparation, your research for the composition. And once more, please do consult the current syllabus for more information here. When it comes to investigating music, at the end of the day, you'll be presenting an essay of about 2,500 to 3,000 words. And the starting point here is of the music that is of interest to you as the candidates. So you will need to choose a topic in consultation with your teacher. In the past, we had to send a sort of summary, an outline, a topic along to Cambridge for their approval, but now we don't need to do that. But please, even though we don't need Cambridge's approval, please do consult the syllabus to see what is acceptable and what's not. And then please do work in close consultation with your teacher and or private teacher to be able to get you through this. This is a very tough part of the requirements, and you do need to bring your A game here. This is about the standard of a first year university level essay, so you do need to go ahead and reference properly. We're here using the Oxford referencing system, so please do find out a bit more about that. And we also need to remember that we're trying to keep everything as closely related to the topic as possible. So rather, if you have a few sources and a few points that you want to bring across in your essay, please do focus a lot on that and bring it back to your topic or your question that you're going to outline for us. If you skip and jump and bring in a lot of things into your essay, remember 3,000 words sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. If you're going to bounce around ideas, your essay will more than likely not be cohesive and you will get a lower grade. And as always, it is very helpful to go ahead and look at Cambridge International Education's sample database, link in the description. So here you will find all the dates, all the necessary information that you will need in order to upload and or submit, in our case, submit physical documents or CDs or anything like that to Cambridge. You'll find out the due dates, when things need to be in. This will also give your Cambridge officer at your school or center an idea for the date that they need to collect things from you. Because remember, if Cambridge expects something physically by the end of April or the end of May, your Cambridge officer will need to send it along to Cambridge at least 2 weeks before the time.